So I want to share with you some of the biggest lessons that I've learned from my failures. And I hope that if you are someone who is over 40, over 45, and you are maybe in a position that you are feeling like you are facing some of your failures, I hope that this video can help you feel seen, feel encouraged, and feel ready to move on. Because I have learned some valuable lessons, and I'm going to share those with you today. So, first lesson that I've learned about failure is that there is no right choice. There's really just alignment. So I feel like that or at least I'll speak for myself, that I used to spend a lot of time when I was younger trying to make a right choice. That in some ways I thought that choices were kind of like doors, like there's door number 1 and door number 2, and that behind door number 1 is life and love and prosperity and wealth and all the good things, and behind door number 2 is destruction and fear and sickness and disease and all of this stuff. And I spent a lot of time trying to figure out what decision was the right decision. But what I've learned at this stage in life is that there is no right decision. There's no right choice. There's really just choices. Sometimes there's a good choice and there's a better choice. Sometimes there's a couple of bad choices, but either way, at the end of the day, you have to make a decision. And what I've come to realize at this stage in life is that there is nothing behind door number 1. There's no blessing behind door number 1. But that actually the blessing is upon you. That whatever choice that you choose, I believe that God and that the universe is working on your behalf to come into alignment with whatever choice that you choose. That you don't necessarily have to sit around worrying about which is the right choice, but just make the best decision that you know how to, that's within your capacity, and move forward and understand and connect with the fact that the blessing is upon you. That whatever you choose, that the universe is conspiring to support you and to work things out on your behalf as you get there. So whatever door you choose to go through, just know that the universe is conspiring to help you and to assist you. So you don't have to be paralyzed in fear over what is right and what is wrong, because I don't know that there is a such thing, to be honest. I just know that as humans, we have to make a choice. And when we do, I personally believe that life works out to work it out for us. And even if it doesn't work out perfectly, that whatever we have to go through, that we are going to get through it. So that's the first lesson that I learned, that the blessing is not on the door, that the blessing is upon me. So I don't have to really worry about which choice is the right choice. I just have to have the confidence to make one, to take a stand, take a decision, and move forward, and be willing to accept whatever consequences come along with that. And for me, that really gives me courage to move forward and to not be stuck in indecision and paralysis. Because I think that's what happens at times, that we sometimes are stuck in indecision and paralysis because we're waiting for signs of which one is the right one, when there is not a right choice. There's just a choice. Go ahead and take a choice, make a decision, do what you need to do, and know that the blessing is upon you, that the earth is aligning to help you, that as you walk through the door, that you are going to be assisted, you're going to be held up, that things are going to work out together for your good. Lesson number 2, not choosing is actually a choice. So when you refuse to choose, you are actually choosing to stay the same. You're choosing to stay in the same place. So whether it's that same job, whether it's that same relationship, whether it's going back to that same thing that you said that you didn't want to deal with anymore, whatever it is, whenever you don't make a choice to move forward, you are making a choice to stay the same. So just make sure that you're clear that if you're not making a choice, that you're choosing to stay the same. And you do want to ask yourself if that's what you want. Is that what you want? Do you want to stay in this? Do you want to wake up tomorrow and meet the same thing that you've been looking at for the last 5 years? And if the answer is yes, then that's fine. But just know that that is a choice. Or is it that you want something different? Because if you want something different, you're going to have to do something different. If you want something different, you're going to have to face your discomforts. If you want something different, you're going to have to step outside of your comfort zone. That's just what goes along with the territory. If you want something different, you're going to have to face some of the fears that you haven't been willing to face in the past. Lesson number 3, nobody is coming to save you. I'm sorry to break the news to you. It took me a good 40 years to realize this, and I don't want you to have to wait that long. Hopefully you don't have to wait as long as I did to realize it, but there is nobody who's coming to save you. As painful as it sounds, nobody is coming to rescue you. Nobody is coming. You are going to have to rescue you from your own situation. There's not a partner, there's not a job. Nobody is going to roll in, on a white horse to come rescue you from your situation. Not your family. If you have a dream, you have to start working on it. You have to start taking the steps that are necessary to get you there. Because one day you are going to wake up and you're going to be 50. You're going to wake up and you're going to be 60. You're going to wake up regardless of whether you took a step towards your dream or not, and you're going to be 70 years old. The time is going to continue to go on, whether you take steps to pursue the things that you desire or not. So keeping that in mind, go ahead and take a step. It only requires one step at one time for you to move towards your dream. So don't allow your dreams to go unexplored. Don't allow your dreams to go dormant. Lesson number 4, failure is not the end. It's actually an invitation. Failure used to make me feel ashamed. It used to make me be a person who wanted to hide and really not talk about some of the things that I had been through. But now I have started to see failure differently. I kind of see it as a mirror that kind of shows me what's working and what's not working. It's more like a redirection. It's not like a death sentence. It's not there to tell me that I should be ashamed of myself and that I never should have did that. No, it's really something that allows me to see more about what I want and what I don't want, what I'm willing to accept and what I'm not willing to accept, what's comfortable for me and what's not comfortable for me. And sometimes that's what the gift that we're giving in the failures that we go through. And if you've not failed, it's probably because you're not taking steps to work towards the things that you desire. So failure is actually a part of the process. And I don't know if you're ever going to come across someone who's lived out their dream or who has done something magnificent or who has become successful in whatever they've done. And I don't think you're ever going to come across someone who says that they accomplished it without any failures. That is a myth. That doesn't exist. For the most part, anyone who has become successful in anything, they have had failure after failure after failure after failure. And the thing that really separated them from most of the other people was their willingness to keep getting up and to keep failing over and over and over again until they didn't fail. So there's that. So I don't see failure as a reason to stop. I see failure as a reason to get up again and keep moving forward. So it's an invitation. Lesson 5. This was a hard one for me. And okay, lesson 5 is forget about motivation. Forget about motivation. Winning is really about discipline and consistency. I'm sorry, it doesn't even feel good to my heart to say forget about motivation, because I am a motivation girly. I am all about listening to motivation. I love being motivated. It just feels good in my heart, in my soul, and in my spirit. I love motivation. But one of the things that I've learned in this life is that at the end of the day, motivation is going to come and go. Sometimes I'm going to be motivated, sometimes I'm not. But when it comes to getting to the goal, it's more about discipline and consistency. So when I'm not motivated, I show up. When I am motivated, I show up. When I want to do it, I show up. When I don't want to do it, I show up. That's the discipline and the consistency. So motivation is cute. We love it. It's helpful, but it's not reliable. What actually builds a new life, what actually builds your new future is discipline. So that means there may be times when nobody is there to support you, nobody is there to tell you that you're doing a good job, and you show up anyway. And the final lesson that I've learned is that your flaws cannot keep you from winning. This is something that I know for sure at this point, that your flaws cannot stop you from getting the things that you desire in your life. Everyone who has been successful, and you get to define success however you desire. There is not one definition of success. So I'm not necessarily talking about big houses or fancy cars, because for me, that is not my definition of success. But you get to define success however you desire. You get to choose whoever you desire as beacons of success in your life. But what I will say, no matter who it is who has become successful in whatever manner they are successful in, all of them have flaws. All of them have flaws, just like me and you. And that their flaws don't somehow make them ineligible to receive the success in their life. So if you're looking back at your life right now and you're seeing nothing but flaws and failures and dysfunction and problems, I would say that those are the very things that can qualify you to be a success, because there's a very good chance that those flaws and those failures are also what has created a level of growth and strength and resilience and power and drive that otherwise would be absent from your life. I know that a lot of you, especially at this point, those of us who are over 40, you have a lot of stories. You have a lot of gift, a lot of tools. You probably have a whole book living in you, or a couple of them, right? I know that I do. But your flaws are what makes you powerful. It's what makes your story interesting. So in closing, I would just say that starting over, if you're over 40 or over 45 feeling like a failure, I want you to know that this is just a new beginning. This is just a new opportunity. This is just another door where you get to make a decision, and that there is no wrong decision. But that whatever you choose, that the earth, that the universe, that God is construing for your favor. Because I believe in abundance. I believe that the world is abundant, and that I believe that the world, that God, that the universe wants to give you the things that your heart desires. That's what I believe. You get to choose what you believe, but that's what I believe. And I believe that you are powerful and capable to accomplish everything that your heart desires, no matter what the past looks like, no matter where you've missed the mark. But that if you're still here, that means there's still purpose, there's still an opportunity, there is still something that you need to accomplish. That the blessing is not behind you, but that the blessing is within you, that it's on you, and that it's waiting to meet you, whatever your next decision is. So thank you so much for watching. Till next time, bye.